Excuse me, I was clearing my throat. Our time now, it is 10:43. 17 more to go before we hit the hour of 11 o'clock. You're still listening to Top of the Morning. I'm your host. My name is Jiggy Juice. And coming up in just a few moments, we will have the newest music platform in town, YUME. In fact, we were able to finally snag and steal their founders from all the hard work that they need to do to make sure that YUME works. They're actually here in the studios of 105.1 TMC. We have one of the co-founders, Johan. Should I say Johan? It's a silent J.
Yeah.
Johan Young, the co-founder of YUME Global Incorporated. Good morning, Johan.
Good morning.
Maayong buntag ni mo diha.
Mayong buntag.
I have to speak really close to the microphone.
Oh, okay.
And I think you have to use this other microphone too, because I think that doesn't work.
Okay.
For him, I mean.
Oh, for him.
For your co-founder, him being one of the co-founders, Jason Porrino. Good morning, Jason.
Good morning. Good morning.
Wow. Jason is a passionate and results-driven professional with a quarter of a century of experience in the dynamic world of the concert production. That's him, Jason Porrino. We're going to ask you about that too in a bit. And of course, Johan Buntuyan is a visionary audio engineer, the co-founder of YUME Global Incorporated, a groundbreaking music publishing company based in LA, or rather in in Las Vegas, with a passion for redefining the music streaming experience. Good morning, guys, and thank you so much for taking time off from your very busy schedules to be here with us at 105.1 TMC. I know we have been talking about this moment for a long, long time, right? Finally, it's here.
Yeah, finally it's here. Thank you for having us here.
First of all, thank you for having us, and good morning to all the people that's tuning in to your program.
Straight from Las Vegas? Did you guys come straight from Vegas, or where are you guys based?
No, actually, he's from New York. I'm from California.
Okay.
But the company is based in Vegas.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. So straight from California and New York, live here in the studios of 105.1 TMC, the co-founders of YUME. We have Johan and, of course, Jason. Tell us a little bit more about the big idea. What is YUME Music Platform?
YUME Music Platform. YUME is a hybrid music technology platform. Our overall objective is to help a lot of aspiring artists to achieve their dreams, whatever their dreams are. Recording, performing live on stage, having all the followers and all that. And our aim is to reward the listeners as well. That every engagement that the listeners provide in terms of supporting the artist listening to their song, we reward and incentivize the listeners.
So, every technological advancement, actually any advancement, any innovation, any invention is always usually inspired by sometimes, something seismic happening to the person's life or the inventor's life, so a need perhaps, or a creative light bulb moment. So what was the idea? Why did you decide to make YUME? They're already very established platforms, like I mentioned earlier, na natay iTunes, right? Apple, and we also have Spotify and a host of other different music platforms. Why did you decide to create YUME? Did you feel what was the tipping point, if you will? Why you decided to make YUME?
Well, I guess we can take it back all the way back in 1990s, early 1990s to mid 90s, because we started as musicians. Johan has his own band. I have my own band. We met in New York, New Jersey when we were performing together. His band and my band were performing the same gig. So a lot of the things that we put in with here at YUME came from personal experiences.
Okay, so
things that could have been better, opportunities that would have been there. And then fast forward 20 something years later, when we connected back again in 2023, we were like, you know what? I think it's about time that we should put something that will help a lot of musicians that they didn't have to go through the things that we went through when we were still dreaming of becoming somebody. So went back all the way mid 90s. And
Yeah, it started out as a coffee conversation.
Okay.
Here in Cebu, actually. When, all the pains of having a band and not making it and having to leave the scene because you need to work, you need to provide your family, all that stuff. That's what really got us into doing YUME. And at the same token, when we figured out a way for the artists to be sustainable and continue to write music, we also realized that, hey, we can also do the same thing to the listeners. So that's when a whole ecosystem was designed, the company, the musicians, and the listeners.
When that moment happened back in the 90s, that was still a pre-internet era, right?
Yes.
And we all know how different the world is now. In fact, you will probably not recognize the world now if you went back as a person from the 90s, right? Maglahi na gitong kalibutan na, di ba?
Yeah.
So the needs of the people back then, your whatever you felt like needed to be done was no longer there because technology has improved by leaps and bounds from the 90s, right? It's already 2025. So do you think that those needs that you hatched back in the 90s, about 30 years ago, are they still there?
I think the major concern was the balance between rich and poor.
The balance between, okay.
Yeah,
the classic gap, the inequality, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Like if you are a musician, if
Okay.
you have a band,
Okay.
and you have the means, it's easier for you.
Okay.
In terms of getting the equipment, resources, contacts, this and that, marketing and promotion. Even though there's no internet back then.
Okay.
But you have money
Yeah,
to spend
yeah.
in order to promote your music.
Yeah.
So
That was then.
That was then.
Fast
Hence,
forward to now.
a lot of opportunity, but people back then or musicians back then without money,
Yeah.
it's very hard for
Correct,
them.
yeah.
Fast forward
Yeah.
now, it's still the same issue.
Well, if you think about it, technology is they're saying is a great equalizer, right? You can you can now build your own home studio. Back then you had to go to a place, right? And a lot of people now they have their own studios. In fact, you see a lot of artists making their own music at home, right? Whether it's the established ones or the new ones, right? So that problem not totally eliminated, but the barrier to entry to record is not impossible anymore.
Yeah, you're right about that. Still, it requires money
Yeah.
still.
Okay.
And then the recording, in order for a regular band or musician to record their music, if they have the means, they can set up their home recording studio. If they don't have the means, they have to spend a lot of money. Like paying a recording studio.
So you feel like YUME serves that purpose because I wouldn't be sitting down, in a cafe or in a bar for whatever the case may be, and I'm looking at Spotify and I'm looking at iTunes and I go, hey, I can do something about this. Like this is not because I'm in the music industry, right? I've been in the radio industry for such a long time. So what is it that these giants, these behemoths, aren't doing that you guys can do?
I think it just to go back into your the difference between the 90s and now. I think the major difference is the way people consume music.
Yeah, correct.
Right,
Yeah.
so everything's digital now.
Yeah.
And to touch on your topic about people having access to home studios and being able to publish their songs online, but the main kicker is if you look at those, like what was a million or 80% of 60% of the uploaded music on the streaming platforms are not being listened to, and that's where we come in. That's with YUME. When we sign artists, we can guarantee their exposure globally.
Okay.
And like we've met a lot of bands that
Guarantee.
have been,
That's a strong word.
That's
That's
a
guarantee.
strong word.
It is. Yeah.
Strong
So what does that mean?
We can guarantee exposure, but we cannot guarantee popularity.
Okay.
Yeah, but
But aren't they? Well, it's not the same, right? Because you can be exposed to many people, but they're not responding to your to your work. So that doesn't automatically guarantee popularity. You're right.
Yeah. So we can guarantee exposure because we have a community of listeners
Okay.
in over 70 countries now.
Okay.
So if let's just say you were our artist and you release a song today, I can guarantee that tomorrow all our members will be listening to your song globally. So that's the guarantee.
Okay.
We're not going to guarantee that. Nope, you're not going to be the next Justin Bieber, but we're going to guarantee your exposure.
Guarantee.
Yeah.
How does that work? How does that work?
Yeah.
Like,
So-
how do you
Okay,
guarantee?
go ahead.
How can you make a guarantee? Because you know what they say. If you want to make a guarantee, buy a toaster, right?
Yeah.
So what does that mean?
Well, and foremost, the community to be built in. There's two core elements. Aspiring artists, our objective is to provide a platform for them to break into the global scene. And then the other aspect of the core element is the listeners. What we did for the listeners is we build a community of listeners that anybody from anywhere in the world can join the community, can join YUME by downloading the app. And when they join our community, their objective is to support the artists by listening to their songs through our platform. And anytime and every time our community of listeners were to stream or listen to any songs from our platform, we incentivize the listeners by them earning points which they can convert into actual cash. So our listeners, layman's term, they listen to music through our platform, they get paid.
So you get paid to listen.
Yes.
Wow. So tell us about that, because that sounds like I was just talking about
Too
it
good to
earlier.
be true.
That sounds like it's too good to be true. How do you pay somebody to listen? I mean, there are certain bands out there that you need to pay me to watch them, right? And you know they'll have to drag me to watch them. But how do you make sure that people will actually listen?
Yeah, good question. Basically, what we did, we just built a model of people over profit.
Okay.
Instead of us taking most of the profit as an owners of the company, we share our profit. Instead of just paying, let's say, the artist only royalties, we said, you know what? It can't happen with what we're trying to achieve, because at the end of the day, there's four pillars in the music industry: the big music companies, the music streaming platform, the artists creating the songs, and then the listeners consuming the music, right?
Okay.
And bringing in the money. However, when we looked at it, out of the four pillars, only three of the four are making money.
Okay.
The music company, music streaming platform, and then the artist. And then the demographic that's bringing in the money, the consumers, the listeners, they're being left out. So we figured out a way, okay, if we're going to put out a company, whatever we make sure that part of our earning as a company, as owners, we dedicate it and we allocate it to the listeners.
To the listener.
Yes.
So you incentivize them to listen. You know, just like most businesses, you know, I'm gonna put on my capitalist hat because I'm a capitalist, right?
Yes.
It's all about law of supply and demand, right? I mean, like if people listen to your music, you get paid, right? And you know that as a business model for a lot of these platforms, not just music platforms, but YouTube and Instagram and TikTok and even Facebook, right? They incentivize people's posts if they get a lot of attention, because this is they say they're in the business of attention, diba? So Spotify and iTunes, these are the more popular brands, right? I mean, like I have both right now in my phone. I'm sure you do too. So and then you have YUME, a music platform, and one of the most difficult glass ceilings of a local artist, of a Filipino artist, is to make it worldwide, right? And nobody's really cracked that. I mean, there are sporadic kind of events that that has a global artist make it worldwide, and most of them are, you know, like half Filipino, for example, the likes of, you know, like Olivia Rodrigo or Bruno Mars and Black Eyed Peas and so on and so forth, right? And of course, we go to the other side of the spectrum. Let's just say artists like Lea Salonga, who's made it big worldwide, but in another department, in another arena, which is the theater, and so on and so forth, right? So that is like an impossible task that we are still working on, right? Do you feel like you found something that others haven't in that area?
I mean,
Making a global sensation from these beautiful islands.
Modesty aside,
Yeah.
modesty aside, we truly feel that we found something
Okay.
that can address that
Oh.
big issue that has been not a problem, but has been a challenge for
Yeah.
a lot of Filipino artists
Yeah.
for the past few decades.
Mm.
So,
Yeah, we I think with this platform, it's not just a streaming platform. The whole company is actually a hybrid of 7 industries.
Okay.
And
Tell
having-
us about those 7 industries. Go ahead.
I'm going to touch on the live events.
Okay.
For the past almost 3 decades, me and Jason have been doing shows in Canada, in the U.S., in the Philippines. We actually had a big festival 20 years ago. Yeah, almost 20 years ago. In the Ayala parking lot. But the artists that we're going to be assigning, we will be incorporating their talents in our shows. Because we're not just going to do YUME talents. We're also going to do mainstream artists. And the whole plan is to put them in front of the main artist.
Mm.
So giving them like exposure to whoever is watching that
Okay.
event.
Okay. So what are these other industries that YUME is sort of like a combination of aside from live entertainment? What else?
There's
Can you
So,
talk-
so YUME, we are a record label company.
Oh, okay.
We are a music publishing company. We have our own streaming platform, music streaming platform, soon to be video streaming as well.
Okay.
And then we operate in the space of blockchain, like cryptocurrency.
Okay.
As what Johan said, we operate in a live events industry, doing concerts. We also have e-commerce on our platform.
Okay.
And then last but not the least, we have an affiliate program that this is how we incentivize all of our listeners through the affiliate program. So all multi-billion-dollar industry individually, and with God's grace, we found a way to put everything together.
Mm.
And
Tie
to
'em up.
tie them up and call it one company called YUME.
Mm. Wow. So what's up with the name, by the way, YUME? What is that? What does that mean?
Well, Yume is a Japanese word for dream.
Oh, okay.
Yume, they pronounce it Yume, but for us, it's like me and him. It's like you and me.
Yeah.
we just pronounce it Yume.
Okay.
So a lot of what we wanted to do is connected to dreams. Like each and every artist, not just artists, but even the listeners, they have dreams of working hard so they can purchase this or achieve this or travel there. So that is the main goal. Like whatever the person's dream, our objective and our goal is once they become part of our community in YUME, we want to be able to provide that opportunity that they can achieve their dream through YUME, either as an artist or as a listener, because they get paid, they earn income, and rule of thumb, the more times you listen to a song, the more earnings you will receive.
Mm.
So yeah, YUME stands for dream.
So how do you do it? Like if I'm an artist, a budding artist, right? Tell me about maybe we have a lot of artists listening to this broadcast right now, right? Oh, you haven't spoken to. Talk to them right now. How can you make my dreams come true? Jason and Johan, go ahead.
Yeah, so the first process is for that said artist to go to our website, and in that website there's a tab that says publishing, and they can express their interest by emailing us their information and their song, if it's recorded, even if a raw file is okay. And once we get that, then the screening team will listen to the song. If it passes, then we give them a contract and we go ahead with the publishing. And once we publish them, we're not just going to be publishing them in our own streaming platform, but all 246 platforms in the world. So per se, we're not really a competition to the existing platforms, but once it's out there and it starts getting traction, then we start with tokenizing those songs, and then after that process, what's the next one?
Provide merchandise opportunity, and then the live events.
Then the live events.
You mentioned one of the key things that you mentioned in what you said is that if it passes, right?
Yeah.
What does that mean? What does it mean when it passes?
One aspect is right nowadays. We're competing with computers nowadays, right? Even in Spotify. You mean
Spotify, AI? You mean
AI
Okay.
songs are being published and distributed, right? And then anything goes. There's no restriction. There's no screening process because
So my question, I
Spotify
guess,
is an output
what's your
with
screening process?
us.
What's your screening
Yeah.
process?
Yeah. So first of all, if it's a recorded song, studio recorded, we still have to make sure that it's radio ready. If it's not, then it's a matter of us, because we have studios all over, that we can fix it, remix it, remaster it, or even just record it all the way from the beginning. And it has to be also good to the ears to listen to, speak volumes per se, and lyrics can't be what's the right word?
I mean,
keep forgetting that
anything
word.
goes. There's no specific genre. Anything goes. All genre, language, Filipino, Tagalog, English, Hispanic. The only thing that we really put a break on is the profanity and the messaging of the song.
Okay.
If it's too much derogatory, like words, remarks, or hate messaging type of song, and then obviously the quality of the music, we say no to that. We say no to that.
Yeah. So what are your? That's actually very interesting. So when you say profanity, when you say hate, like what do you mean? Like is there like a line in the sand that you're drawing, like you can't cross this and all of that stuff? What does that mean? Like hate for what? What if I hate that song from Ugly Kid Joe, I hate everything about you.
No,
right?
no.
That's hate,
yeah.
right? So what is it, hate per se?
Hate-
or a specific kind of hate? Like which hate?
Kind
Like,
of hate,
Hate
let's
for a
say-
certain race, hate for a certain color, hate for another
Yes.
person. Like what are the rules?
Yeah, those type of hates, like hate a race, color, religion.
Okay.
And then in terms of profanity, you can be artistic with profanity. You can
Okay.
include a curse word in the music.
But
But if
it's
it's
okay, yeah.
70-80% of the lyrics are all
Okay.
profanity, then we say no to that.
Okay. So who are these people? Who are these people that are
Screening them?
right?
It's I have a team under me.
Okay.
That, it goes through actually 3 steps. The first is the one that cuts it down to from 100 to 50, and the second guy cuts it from 20 to 30 or
Okay, naghisgot man ta og in English, Binisaya og Espanyol and all of that stuff. You mentioned different languages,
Languages.
right? But I understand that YUME is not not just a Filipino brand, a music platform, but a global music platform,
Correct.
right?
Yes.
But of course, it is started by 2 Filipinos. Am I correct? Are you both 4 Filipinos, right?
no, 3 Filipinos
Three Filipino.
and 1 Malaysian Chinese.
One Malaysian Chinese, right? Tell us about that. Tell us about the team. Tell us about the group of people behind YUME, especially those that are not here. Where are they now, and where is this machine that you call YUME moving forward? Go ahead.
Well, first we have the good-looking member of the group, co-founder Johan.
Oh, yeah,
And he's in charge of what?
he's the best looking, right?
Yeah, of course.
Would you agree with that, Johan?
Yeah, if you close your eyes.
Amazing.
Okay, and then who are the other 2?
So we have Eric. He's based in Hawaii. He's also a Filipino.
Okay.
He's also originally from New Jersey. He used to have his band, so we met back then. He heads our publishing department, the legalities of music.
Okay.
And then we have Anthony from.
Malaysia, and he's the fintech guy. He does all the systems,
Okay.
The back office, the websites, and he takes care of our tokenization also.
Okay, so
Yeah.
aren't you guys like kind of scared, or not the word probably not scared, intimidated by the fact that this is an industry that has so many behemoths, so many giants, right? And I know you guys are the Davids in all of this, right? But who are you looking at? Like every innovation, every great invention always looks at solving a big problem, or looks at dethroning a dominant name in that particular industry, right? I mentioned the 2 names because those are the only 2 that I know, but I know there's a lot more, Spotify and iTunes. Who are you looking at as your goal, your target? Like, what does it look like? What does a successful YUME look like to you?
Okay, so first and foremost, I guess we just want to clear out, we're not here to dethrone any platform or company, because part of our music business model is we work with other platforms. 'Cause
Okay.
As a publisher, when we publish the artist song, we put it in Spotify, YouTube, iTunes, Deezer, all those music platforms as
Okay,
well.
okay.
So we're not here to do that. Actually, they serve as our inspiration in putting together YUME.
Okay, okay.
Right? But the objective is to offer something new.
Yeah, we tried searching when we first thought of the idea we search, everybody search online if there's something similar, and unfortunately, there's nobody ever thought of this yet. So
Yeah.
we're the first. So we can't say we're dethroning someone because there's nobody out there.
So this is like a new category.
Yeah, because we're
Like
doing
like
it.
a new category, but you know what they say.
Yeah.
You know, if you think your idea is original, Google it, right?
Yeah.
So there's nothing still,
No.
nothing like
yeah.
YUME.
I challenge anyone who's listening right now
Okay,
to Google it.
so
exactly.
nobody pays you to listen. In other words, right?
no, there's scammers out there that
Okay.
are pretending to pay you, but it doesn't last. But,
What is it that you guys are doing that allows you to do that others can't? You have to understand that Spotify and iTunes are
Giants.
valued at by the billions, right?
Yes.
So is it just because you guys share and they don't? Is that what's going on?
yeah.
Sorry.
To simplify.
Yes,
To
to
simplify
simplify,
it,
yes.
yeah.
To simplify, yes. But going back to what Johan said earlier, we are a hybrid platform where we put 7 industries together.
Okay.
So in the business model of YUME, we have 15 different revenue streams.
Okay.
Right? So compared to other music streaming platforms traditionally,
Okay.
conventionally, they only have 2 revenue streams, which are the advertising and then the subscription, right? So with us, we have the advertising and then subscription as part of our revenue stream, but there's 13 other more revenue streams that will come in from the live events, the sponsorship, the blockchain, NFT, the merchandising, e-commerce, a lot of 15 total. So to put us in a category of what's out there, like Johan said, and again, modesty aside, there's nobody like YUME, and we search front, back, left, right, up, down. There's nobody doing what we're doing right now. And I say that with all humbleness and modesty, that we're very proud of what we have.
We have been talking for 15 or 20 minutes. I still don't understand it, but I'm beginning to understand it, right? So I was oversimplifying it. You said something like, we're the only music platform that pays
Yes.
you to listen, right? So, but then you mentioned like we're in 15 different other revenue streams. And then you mentioned NFT and tokenization, and then we don't even understand the stock exchange, let alone cryptocurrency or blockchain, right? That's nobody can understand that. Nobody can explain that to me clearly, right? Even on a sane day, right? Nobody can, and nobody ever will, because this is what's going on now. Because of the internet, because of AI, because of all these innovations, there's so many things out there that we know. And we have a basic understanding, but we don't really know what's happening in the background, right? So it's very confusing to us. We just dive into it without actually truly understanding it. I feel like this is the beginning of something that people will never understand. So to simplify it, it's just you listen to me, you download me, YUME. If I'm an artist, we'll give you a chance at a crack at the world. And if you're a listener, listen to music from this platform and you'll make money.
Correct.
And that's it. But I remember there is a kind of category that you need to be able to submit music, right? So for example, if I'm an established artist, right?
Mm-hmm.
Can I join the YUME parade, or that's one of the no-nos that you can't be an established artist?
No, we actually welcome anyone.
Okay.
Open to all.
Open to all.
All right. Because I think we had a conversation a few months ago, and you mentioned you can't if you're an established artist, so you still can.
No, actually, we never limited, or we never said that we can. We're not gonna accept any mainstream artists.
Okay.
In the beginning, we were just saying that it would be nice for YUME to develop somebody from no one to being somebody.
Okay.
And because if that happens, then everybody around the world sees as legitimacy. It works. Our business model works. So that was the idea.
So now it doesn't matter masikinsa ka, like if you're an established artist or if nobody knows you, you can submit your music through YUME, right?
Yes.
But does it mean that if I'm already let's just say I have a contract with a recording company, for example, right?
Mm-hmm.
Does that work for me too? Can I Can it be a business to business kind of conversation that my recording company talks to Yumi? Is that the way it will work?
Yeah,
In the future, moving forward.
Yeah, YUME is always open as long as the other or the publisher or the recording company, which the artist assigned to, is willing to negotiate.
Okay.
Yeah.
In case you're wondering what on earth you're talking about, or what we're talking about, what you're listening to, we're talking about that music platform that nobody's heard of, but now you will. You know, these are the giant killers, ladies and gentlemen. Johan and Jason live in the studios of 105.1 TMC, the founders of YUME. Kung namoy mga pangutana diya, if you're an artist, if you're a listener, just text 0999-887-6070. Let me repeat that, 0999-887-6070. On TikTok, you can join us at Tops Media Center. Maayong buntag sa atong mga kaigsuunan nga nadia sa TikTok. Daghang salamat mga sir ug mga ma'am. Kung naamoy mga pangutana diya, just post it on TikTok as well as YouTube. Please press subscribe, okay? TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, right? The world, everybody is empowered by these music platforms, these content platforms, because they have a mechanism for them to make some moolah, right? And we know a lot of people, some neighbors, nga taga Cebu, are making real money too, right?
Yeah.
They don't necessarily just make music; they make content, mga bugal-bugal diha and whatnot, right? And they're already making huge amounts of money, right? So there is a way for the regular Joe, the regular person, to make money out there, right? There is a way. So what is it that you guys can do that they can't? The regular people are already making hundreds of thousands of pesos through Facebook and YouTube and all of that stuff.
The main difference is it takes a lot of effort for them to make that.
Okay.
Yeah,
With us, you just listen to music.
One word, simple.
Okay.
Because everybody's listening to music already. And we just found a way to monetize it. And I guess it's worth noting as well, since the company is based in the US. So it doesn't matter where you are listening from, but you are getting compensated and you are getting paid in US dollars.
Okay.
Denomination.
Break it down to me. I have infinite number of time in my hands, right? So tell me about how I can make a living off of listening to music. Tell me. I'm just a regular listener.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
If you're a regular listener, if you have a phone, if you have a device,
Okay.
all you need to do first step is either go to iOS Play Store or
Okay.
go to Google, App Store or Play Store. You download the app. It's for free.
Okay.
Once you download the app, you open the app, you create a new account. It's a free account again. So you create an account and you're in. Once you created an account, you can start listening to music, discovering new artists here anywhere in the world. Okay. If you are interested in being incentivized or rewarded or getting paid every time you listen to music, then you just have to upgrade to a subscription plan. Same thing as the other music platform. They have a free account. You can access their platform, but then they have a subscription account that you have premium access. So same thing with us. You can have a free account, but those with premium access with subscription, anytime they listen to music, they get paid. And same thing as other subscription plan, there is a minimal monthly payment that they have to pay every single month to have access to our platform.
So this is available already here in the Philippines, right?
Yes, sir.
And what are the subscription packages?
So we have for the entry level, we have student plan 16 to 24 years old. We have a one-time activation fee, all in US dollars, $45 one-time activation fee.
Okay.
And we charge, just to explain, we charge a one-time activation because there's money involved when they listen to music. So we need to open up a virtual office for all the users. So that's where the money comes in when we need to pay them. So $45 one time for students. No monthly payment. There's an annual fee of $25.87 US dollars. So it's basically about 99 cents a month. And then for the seniors, right? 60 years old and over, same amount, $45 one-time activation fee. They never have to pay that again. No monthly payment. Every time they listen to music, they get paid. If they invite their other senior people or anybody in the world that they brought into the community, we even pay them through the affiliate program. That's a separate way of earning. And then we have the basic account, $60 one time, and then the premier account, which is the premium, it's $120 one time activation fee, and then $4.99 a month. But then you have access to the full compensation plan of our company.
So what's the compensation plan?
So first out of the 7, as you listen to music, you get paid. Simple enough, right? There's no other ways to do it. You just listen, press play.
Yeah, everybody gets paid, right? Like like you need 1 billion listens to make real money
Right.
on YouTube, right? What does that mean for a Yume listener, right? Do you need to have like 1 billion listens so that you'll be able to get
No,
money?
there's-
What's the number of songs you listen to and in peso or
That's the
equivalent?
great thing about what we have put together. It doesn't matter how many times you listen or how much you listen to. The mere fact that you listen to, because every time our users listen to a song on our platform, there's an equivalent of points that they earn. And every month, whatever points they accumulated through listening, that equates to or equal to a dollar figure that we pay them. So if I'm listening, I only listen one time, I earned 1 point. And Johan listened 20 times for a month, he got 20 points. When it's time for us to get paid at the end of the month, he will get more from Yume and I will get less. But still, I'm getting paid even though I only listen one time. There's no quota, there's no amount of time that we need to spend. It's totally up to the listener.
So wala siya kuan, let's just say
A fixed amount.
There's no fixed
like
amount.
like a murabang equivalent ba? Let's just say 100,000 listens equals 1 peso, for example.
no.
I know we don't.
So how do you value it?
So
I still don't
guess
get it.
yeah. I guess to simplify, when Jason mentioned that there's 15 income streams, right now there's only 4 that's working, right?
That we
So
activated.
yeah, that's activated. 4 of the 15 income streams. So the value of each listen depends on how many of the revenue streams are running. So right now at four, we were on average people were making between $70 to $280 a month. So that just gives you a small idea.
But
Yeah.
when you say other income streams, like I'm just a listener. Like,
So I guess to
do
simplify,
I need to participate?
No.
No.
In the other. So is this like investing on a stock?
No. I guess to
what?
simplify, whatever we make, because our model is profit sharing, right? Let's say after a month we generated $20,000 in net profit, then we will share that $20,000 this month to all the listeners, and each user will receive a different amount based on the total amount of points that they accumulated through their engagement.
And they're only, from what I understand, the only way that you measure that is by listening, right?
Listening to
Or
the
there
song.
are other forms of engagement that you haven't mentioned.
right
A
now.
the referral.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but for the point system, it's only through listening because we are on the phase 1 of what we want to achieve within the 2-3 year period. So simplified, whatever our income is every single month, that becomes the
Okay, how about the customer experience, right? We're familiar. We're using TikTok, YouTube, and Facebook now. We have Netflix for movies and videos. We have iTunes and Spotify for music and for podcasts and so on and so forth. We're familiar with the customer experience. If I'm just a customer, just out there, somebody listening to music, tell me about my experience.
well, we can gauge it based out of the feedback that we've been getting since last year from our community, right?
Yeah.
So, and we're not gonna lie, we're not here to sugarcoat anything, right? Some of our listeners, because we work with aspiring artists, meaning they don't have any popular songs yet, right? So our listeners, our community listens to not popular songs. So a lot of them, they like the songs because we screen them. But few of them, they would wish that they could listen to a popular songs like when they listen to Spotify. So it's like mixed review. Some of them, they're okay discovering new artists. Some of them, I wish I can listen to Justin Bieber type of comment. But in terms of experience, overall, because they're still part of our community, I guess safe to say that they're happy because they are still part of the community.
I've always, every time I get like that feedback, like, hey, why can't I listen to Beyonce in your platform? And I simply say,
Because he's being deported.
yeah, ICE issue. But I equate it to somebody working on a job that you hate, right? You still get up at 8, you go to the job, do your thing, go home at 5 to get paid. So it's the same thing as if you were to get paid for listening to music. Some songs you like, some songs you don't. But how hard can it be, right? You can mute it, you can lower the volume, and you still get paid. So better than working an 8-hour job that you hate.
Wow.
Same thing as what we're doing now. If I have the app,
Sounds still sounds too good to be true, but
it really does.
We're gonna get to the bottom of this. 11:23, still live in the studios of 105.1 TMC. The founders of YUME Music Platform, the music platform that allows you not only to distribute worldwide, but also get paid to listen. Listen to that, man. So if I were you, if you're listening to this broadcast right now and you're thinking, really now, I'm not. You have these cynical eyes and ears. Well, why don't you go to your software platform, your iTunes and your Play Store, right? And look for YUME, spelled with a YUME, and download the mother, okay? And see what happens, right? Right? Our time now, it is 11:27. You're still listening to Top of the Morning. I'm your host. My name is Jiggy Juice. And like I said, we have the founders of YUME here. We have Jason and Johan, one half of YUME. Some of their partners are actually not here in the Philippines. Some of them are in Malaysia and in some parts of the United States. So you have been around for how long has it been? YUME has been officially around for how long?
Soft launch was January of 2024.
24.
Yeah.
So a little over a year, right?
Yes.
A year. So tell me about the progress. How are you guys doing? How's YUME? How many members do you have? How many artists do you have? And you mentioned that you've already activated 4 of the so many income streams and revenue streams. Tell us about the timelines. Go ahead.
I can start with back in 2023 when the concept was created. We wanted to make sure that the whole concept works, the business model. So when we launched January of 2024, we were web-based. There was no app yet. So we ran that for about 6-7 months, and when we agreed, everybody agreed that it works. Then we decided to go to the app base and started designing that. But we put a halt on pretty much the membership and getting new artists. But currently we have about almost 50 artists globally, and the catalog for YUME is about 200 something songs. We're going to be slowly releasing those new artists and new songs throughout the course of the year. But continue with
and then on the community listeners, right now roughly we have a little over 4,000 people who have joined our listener community, and these people are coming from different parts of the world, over 70 different countries, not just Filipinos. So yeah, and it happened
organically
because when we launched last year, when we did a soft launch, we were intentional. We don't want to do any advertising yet because we know we're not ready. And when a lot of people will join YUME, right? So we didn't advertise, but it just grew organically. And
we just wanted like 500 people.
The most
to test our web base.
And about 3 artists, about 10 songs. That's our goal for the full year of 2024. And then I guess from word of mouth, people knowing people, artists knowing artists, now we grown to, it's not yet a lot of people, but for us it's a lot, over 4,000 listeners in 75 different countries. And that's with web-based listening. Manual.
No app yet. Yeah.
No app yet. And now that we have the app available, now we're gearing towards a massive global campaign, and we're ready to take on the world. We're ready to share YUME to the world.
We have a question here from Yurang on TikTok. How does the algorithm work in YUME Music Platform? How can we get recommended music, for example? This is a question at TikTok, at Yurang. So itong algorithm.
We actually had a meeting about that yesterday. The first generation of the app was designed and just for the whole community to have access to the songs and started listening and started earning money. But we're actually working on a major upgrade, which is scheduled to be released on December. and that version of the app will have the algorithms that they're asking.
So how do you get recommended? Like can a song be recommended? Like
Yes.
How does it work as it is now?
Yeah. So the design for the next update for the app is if there's a song, there's a share button there that they can easily share to their social media accounts, be it to Facebook, YouTube, or what else was that?
Direct messaging.
Yeah, direct messaging, emails. So we also will be designing playlists that we can share with the other listeners, members and non-members.
And then the users themselves can create their own playlists. And
From
our platform.
from your music, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So tell me about the artists that you have encountered, and tell us about those that have developed quite a following in your platform. Maybe you can mention a few names.
Yes. When we did the soft launch January, an artist named Ted Travis was actually
Ted Travis.
Yeah,
Okay.
signed with us. But how long was it? 2 or 3 months.
2-3 months.
He was picked up by Sony, so I think he was doing 135,000 streams in 1 month as a beginner in the YUME platform
With no marketing at
no
all.
no marketing and just basic
Organic. Yeah.
organic people listening to the songs.
Yeah. Through our community.
Yeah, so that's just one of the many success stories that we
And
can
how
share.
about the other income streams that you were talking about for Yume? You mentioned you have several, and you only have 4 up and running. What are they, and what are their timelines?
For the blockchain NFT, we are for our roadmap to release that October of this year, and to have it fully activated by December, same time as we release the enhanced version of the app. And then live events. It was supposed to start this weekend
with a K-pop show?
with a K-pop show, but because of the severe weather condition, we had to postpone it. That show is being moved to unofficially to December.
Okay.
So the live events will kick in December. The NFT blockchain will kick in towards fourth quarter this year. The other parts we will activate it sometime in 2026. So
you
phase by
mentioned
phase.
you mentioned NFT and blockchain, right? Again, there's actually a growing sense that nobody understands that, right?
Yeah.
And then there was a time when Bitcoin was huge, and I think in many quarters it still is, but it sort of has died down a little bit in terms of public awareness. Although Trump, I think, is launching a kind of crypto Bitcoin type of thing, right? And there is a growing feeling that that sort of payment scheme is very nebulous, right? Nobody really understands it, and those that can take advantage of it are those that are able to make money off of it, right? And some are saying that it's the criminal elements that are actually taking advantage of something that nobody understands because it's easier to get paid through crypto, right? Or NFT, non-fungible tokens, right? Is that what it means?
Yes.
Correct. Non-fungible token.
I remember there was a movement that used like artwork, right?
Yeah, this artwork.
Yeah. So is that exclusively for art, or is it for other things too? Like, what exactly is NFT? Can you illuminate me for just a little bit? Like, what is NFT? Is it for art, or is it for anything else?
It's basically for anything and
Like
everything.
documents?
Yes. So with us, because we participate in the music space, so our NFT, our product will be the music,
Okay.
the songs of the artist.
Okay, so tell me about how you can convert my song into NFT.
Great. Okay. So let's say we have an artist that we publish and distribute the song, right?
Okay.
We have a criteria that if a certain song becomes viral
Okay.
in terms of number of streams, wherever it might be in the world, because it's going to be different data from Singapore,
Yeah.
Philippines, this and that. So
Okay.
once we have a song from the artist that gets viral in wherever part of the world, we will propose to the artist that we convert those songs into NFT, non-fungible token. The artist can say no, they can say yes. If they say yes, we convert it to NFT. What gives us is for the listeners to participate in the ecosystem in terms of earning. So if I'm the artist, YUME convert my song to NFT. You are the listener, right? You can purchase that song that we converted into an NFT. You can purchase it. So that means it allows our artists to generate more income, right? You, however, once you purchase a song, you become part owner of that song with the artist. And anything any amount that song generates income-wise,
Okay. Pasabta ko
then
na
you make
atong mga
money.
pasabta ko na mi unsay pasabuti mo nang tell me about what you mean when you say conversion. Like what do you mean when you convert a song into NFT? Does it change its form? Does it cease to be a song? What do you mean by converting it into NFT? Go ahead.
Yeah, to make it very simple,
Okay.
it's if song A, we decide to sell convert it to NFT.
What does that mean? Convert. What does that mean?
It's a matter of negotiating between the artist and
Let's say I
us.
say yes.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
you say yes. So I'm gonna say, okay, your song is worth 100 coins.
Okay.
So that gives.
So that's the conversion.
Yeah,
You're converting a song into 100 coins, for example.
For example,
Okay.
or percentage, if you may.
Okay.
Yeah. So if we say it's 100 coins, then
Okay.
Jason here can buy 1 coin, and he has 1 coin ownership of that song.
Okay.
When the value of that song, if it hits, becomes number 1 in the billboards.
Whatever, yeah.
Yeah. So the value of that increases over time. So he makes money out of the NFT. The artist makes money out of it.
So like you're making an investment, right? So you're not really converting the song into another form, right? It's just that you're adding you're like assigning a value to the song, right?
Yes.
You're assigning the value to the song and then
No, it's not value, ownership of the song.
ownership. So let's just say it's divided into 100 coins, for example. Right? So kumapalit ko, and then you start your valuation. Let's just say for $1,000, for example, right? So each coin is like $100, right?
Yeah.
So you have $100 worth of coins, and Lord knows what's going to happen to it when it becomes a huge hit, right?
Yeah.
So how do you assign the values now once it becomes like a global sensation? For example, it goes from 1 million to 1 billion listens, for example, and becomes like number 1 in 10 countries. So how does the value change now?
So it's not us dictating the value.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
between the seller and the buyer.
Okay.
If he says, no, I can sell you my coin
Okay.
I bought it for 100, I'll sell you for 1,000.
Okay.
Then it's up to the seller if he agrees to buy that.
Okay. So in effect,
Yeah.
NFT is for any works of art, or
I think it works for everything, really. Yeah,
Give-
anything that has a potential to increase in value.
Can you assign value for a company, for example, NFT?
Definitely. There's
Yeah?
actually subdivisions in the U.S. that
Okay.
they converted to NFTs.
What do you mean by subdivision? Like a subdivision of a company?
No, not
or like a
subdivision,
village?
like a village. Yeah.
Okay.
A realty. Realtor. Yeah.
A realty
Yeah,
type of NFT.
Wow.
So anything that can increase in value, we all know that
Wow, man.
buildings can increase, houses can increase.
Just gonna add to the many things we will never understand, right?
Us too at the beginning. We were forced to,
I mean,
to educate ourselves.
we can understand
The simplicity of it, right?
The front end of it, right?
Yeah.
But how it works in the background,
Correct.
I'm sure it'll be difficult to find a person who actually can explain
Yeah.
it to us. So anyway, we're talking to our friends here from YUME. YUME. How do you pronounce? What's the correct pronunciation?
We say Yumi.
YUME.
It's like you and me.
You and Me music platform. Please download them now, and subscribe to it. And you not only expose your music to the world, you're also given a chance to earn a living off of listening to music. And we're on YouTube, on Facebook, on TikTok as well. Please press subscribe. That's also our way of making money, right? A little bit of this, a little bit of that. So, ang mga behavior ba sa listening ba are different. I can imagine na gani mga differences in listening behavior to, let's just say, different nationalities, different areas, right? Like, what are the listening patterns, listening behaviors of different populations, different nations, for example? Like, nabay kalahian sa maminaw diri sa Cebu kaysa maminaw sa, let's just say, sa Malaysia or sa Amerika, or pare-pareho ra ilang mga listening behaviors? Like, are they biased to music of their language, or what? How does it work?
Well, in our community, we can only address that, right? In our community, it's the same.
Okay.
regardless of nationality or where they're coming from. They listen to the song. I guess number one is they earn more, right? And number two is they truly believe in the vision of Yumi, that they really want to support the artist and they want to see someone become somebody. So our community right now, they just listen to all the songs on our platform.
Yeah. I was taken aback when you said earlier that you have like zero advertising, right? And see, the thing is, people, they most people don't just consume something; they consume the story behind that song, right? They consume the narrative of the person who made that artwork. They consume their connection to that person, right? Like, he's Filipino, I'm Filipino, I'm gonna buy his music. So it's all these network of stories that nudge you into that kind of behavior, into purchasing something, right? So how does it work for you guys? What's the story behind Yumi? Why should I support these local artists through Yumi and not through something else? What's the story?
I guess to answer that very basic question, why Yumi, not the others? It's because we are a people over profit company.
Okay.
And what Jason
people over profit. Okay.
Yeah. So as what Jason mentioned earlier, there was 4 pillars, right? But a lot of those 4 pillars, the artist makes the least, the listener doesn't earn, they pay, and then the music companies and the publishing companies are the ones that are really making the big bucks. With us, it's profit sharing, going back to the listener, which in our platform, the artist is also a listener, because as soon as we sign them up, we also give them a free account to listen and support other artists and earn money that way. So in essence, they're making money both in the front end and the back end, because they're the artists, they earn royalties, and they're also a listener earning rewards and points at the same time.
So you were scheduled to do an event over the weekend, and it was moved to another date. Like, tell me about the rollout of the events, because a lot of people would like to see something concrete, right? Like an event, right? Because a software is like something dark and like untouchable, right? It's just in your thing, in your cell phone or in your gadget. Tell me about the rollout of events that you're going to be having eventually in the next, let's just say, year or two, aside from the K-pop event that you're scheduled, albeit temporarily scheduled to do it on December of this year.
Yeah, sure. So for the Philippines, we have different events in different parts of the world.
Okay.
But for the Philippines, besides this past weekend's postponement of K-pop, we're collaborating with a gaming community here in Cebu.
You know, we just had the sauna yesterday, and the sauna, according to my partner here, is one of the measures in which we can show to the public transparency, right? So I think my question here now, like, how do I know about what is where my income comes from? Like, am I aware of how the business is doing? Like, is it transparent for all of its members, or what? How do they know?
Yeah. For us, things that we can share legally to the public, to our community, we share them.
Okay, so do you have like a website that
We have a website.
Okay.
Even the pay, the earnings are stated in our website. And then, like what we mentioned earlier, we didn't do any advertising last year when we grew. We were forced to do a Zoom overview. People would want to find out more about Yumi, and we end up hopping on a Zoom call.
Okay.
And we share with them the platform Yumi with a pitch deck. So everything from A to Z, we shared it with everybody.
Okay.
There's nothing to hide legally, as long as we can share those information legally. Yeah, because different parts of the world, they have different restriction and policies.
You know, you mentioned earlier about the screening process and how, because it's been infiltrated by AI, di ba? Murag ganing, you have to make sure that doesn't happen. And I spoke to one musician a few days ago, and he mentioned, because I asked him, like, how do you know if a song is AI? Because this song that I'm listening to right now, I thought it was real, and so on and so forth. Is there like a way for you to know if it's AI? Is there a machine, an app that allows you to know if it's actually AI or not? Because some people are saying it's difficult to know if it's AI or not.
It is actually difficult. But for some reason, one of our the co-founders has a way to listen to it. But I don't even think it's 100% accurate.
Okay.
Yeah, but best of like, I don't want to say just trust, I guess, from the artist submitting it. But if for any doubt, even if we just think it's AI, we're not going to accept it.
Okay. So
Yeah.
the other question, the bigger question is, so what if it's AI? Well, what's wrong with AI? Like, you're already using cryptocurrency and blockchain and NFT. These are algorithms. These are things that already have a life of their own, and you have no control. You don't even have a good understanding of how it works in the back end, right? So what if it's AI? What's wrong with a song made from artificial intelligence?
I guess we go back with the name of the company, YUME.
Okay, okay.
YUME stands for dream,
Okay.
and that's what we want to deliver.
So you don't think
People with real dream,
people with real
artists,
dreams.
performers,
Okay.
musicians.
Yeah.
Not people that know how to put something together because he's knowledgeable or
Okay.
she's knowledgeable in the computer and then produces a song. We want real people with real emotion, with real messages for the world.
real people, real emotions,
Real messages.
real messages?
Not just because, this is the thing that's hot now. I should put together something to get this population to listen to my song by AI song. So
So
we want real people.
a song to you is a song that can go through the screening process of YUME is if it's a song done by a real
An actual
human
artist.
being, right?
An actual artist.
Actual human being
And
singing it.
an actual human being, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Who is actually singing it and also composing it and also playing the instruments of it, right?
Yes.
That,
The instrument part, it can be electronic.
Okay.
Even the
Yeah.
composing part of it, you can be creative as long as it's you at the output of that song.
Yeah.
Not somebody that nobody knows. It's a John Doe. It has to be a warm-blooded human being singing those songs.
So the output, it doesn't matter what the output is, or I'm sure there's still criteria, right? But as long as it's done by a human being, then it's worth looking at it. But if it's not done by a human being,
Totally AI.
even though it's a beautiful song, even though it moved you, even though you shed a tear, as long as it's not made by a human being, it's not going to go through YUME because it has to be a human person who makes the song, right?
Yes.
That's very interesting. And
Yeah. So I can give you a real example.
Yeah.
So there's this guy that submitted a song, 3 songs, and when I listened to it,
Who is this guy?
I'm not gonna tell the guy. Let's just say his name's Jiggy.
Okay.
So-
Oh no, I don't sing. So yeah, because I know there was a song that I played a few months ago, and somebody said that was made by AI and all of that stuff. And
we're probably talking about the same guy then, but I can't divulge his name.
okay,
so-
all right, fine.
Yeah, but anyways, he submitted the song, and I listened to it and said, "This is effing AI."
Okay.
Right. So,
And what did he say?
No, he tried to deny it a few times, and I
Okay.
said, "You know what? To be safe, go to my studio and record this song,
Okay.
and then we'll publish it."
Okay.
So yeah.
And then did
Because
you?
I told him the songs are great. If you wrote the songs, just sing it, man. I
Okay.
said, just sing it.
All right.
Yeah.
And then
Then he goes, "Okay, we'll do that then."
and he didn't show up.
We're not done negotiating. So one day he's gonna record that song because the songs were amazing actually.
Okay. It's one Binisaya or in English and so on.
It was 1 Bisaya and 2 English songs.
Interesting.
Because
Yeah.
in today's society, right, different industry, you see computer technology taking away the job for regular people. If you go to a grocery store, you don't even need to pay to a person because you can do the scanning yourself, right? A lot of things are being done through computers now, and it's taking away opportunity and earnings and people living a good life because they got a job. So with us, we don't want that to happen in our world.
Or slow it down, right?
We want to slow it down. If it's gonna happen, then we can only do what we can do. At least we can focus on what we control through YUME. So if it's happening elsewhere on other music streaming platform, salute to them.
They're
But for
saying
YUME,
they're saying that the first to go in this age of AI are the repetitive route, monotonous jobs, right? And listening to music, sounds like something that a machine can do, right?
Mhm.
Right?
Yeah.
So does it matter if it's a machine listening or a person actually listening to your music?
With us, you have to
Can you
register,
get it?
sign up. Somebody has to do it.
Okay, somebody signs up
It has to be a real person.
for the machine, and then it just lets them listen to the music. Like, how do you know that it's not a machine listening to the music? In other words, that is my question.
It's in our business model, it doesn't really matter because we can be honest. I can be honest with you right
Yeah,
now.
okay.
If you were to subscribe to UB and just press play on your phone, put it in the cabinet,
Okay,
then we don't mind,
okay,
right? Because if in a sense you're not listening to it, maybe you're one of 100 that's not listening, then it's bad for the artist, but we're still helping you earn money.
okay.
So-
But how does it contribute to your business?
It's
Somebody who's listening to the music and giving you the numbers, right? Without actually listening to it.
numbers for advertising.
And not only
So
that, for
advertising
artists as well.
part of your business model is advertising.
It's
so,
one of- yeah.
so how does it work?
Our app.
The advertising business model.
The typical, what's it
Model.
called, the banners,
Yeah.
the
In between songs,
in between songs.
banners. Yeah.
What about if the artist is deceased with unfinished work? What do you think about AI in completing their work? Interesting. So there's a dead artist, right? And we were talking about AI earlier, right? Kung na yung artist nga is already no longer with us, and you allowed AI to finish the work, whatever finish means.
I mean, I would encourage it, but it's really something new to me. That
Okay.
when it's
Yeah.
foreign to me.
Because there
as
are
of right now,
artists
yeah.
like I think
I think it's noble to
Yeah.
finish it, because it has value to whoever the family or the relative, the loved ones of that person that passed away. But we never discussed it as far as publishing it under YUME or not.
Or what we can do, because we have artists that they don't know how to write song, they don't know how to write music, but they can sing. So in those type of things, we can assign somebody to finish the song for the deceased artist. 'Cause-
So you're also actually a music label too, right?
Yeah, we are a record label company.
you have a studio here in Cebu. Where is it?
It's across Sacred Heart Center.
So
Akasalim.
if I'm an artist and then I am thinking of creating a song, or I have a song already in my catalog, right? And I want to be a part of YUME, can you give me like a quote unquote a free recording for use of your studio and all of that stuff? So how does it work?
Yes, and yes.
Okay.
So
that's
for an
actually
artist,
part of our business model.
Okay.
yeah, for any artist that's going to be selected, and if they choose to join YUME, it's not even a penny is coming out of their pocket.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so
So
zero.
did you hear that, guys? If you have a song in you and you're ready to record, just hit them up. Where should they go? What should they call? And where's your studio?
Yeah, going back to the website, just express interest, email it basically to us. We select the song. If we like it and you need recording, then we send you to our studio. And then it's here in Cebu. It's in near Mango Avenue by Iglesia and Jollibee. that part.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's across Sacred Heart Center, basically. The house in the corner there.
So you have these same facilities all over the world. You have recording studios everywhere.
Not everywhere yet, but the
Limited
plan
right
is
now.
Okay.
the plan is for that to happen.
So that's really part of the business model.
Yeah.
Yes.
we have in the Philippines, we have in Singapore,
in
we have
Japan, in Hawaii,
and then the US.
California, and
So I think this is an opportune time for you guys. If you think you have a song in you and you're ready to record, just hit them up. And what's wrong with trying, right?
yes.
And I think what they're proposing is very interesting at the minimum, right? And the more you understand it, I'm sure the more you'll appreciate it. So just go and visit their website, download their app. Is this only for vertical devices, or can you also listen to YUME using computers and other devices?
Eventually, that will be the plan.
Okay, but
Yeah.
right now it's still all phones.
Right
Phones.
now,
Right in your computer.
no, right now,
Yeah.
as long as it's iOS,
Okay.
Yeah, iOS.
then you can listen to your MacBook and then our
iPad.
phone.
Okay, what are
iPads.
what are the next developments that are happening in the next few weeks or few months? Like, and do you have like a surge of new songs from what part of the world, and so on and so forth? Tell me about what is happening in the near future.
Yeah, so the on the music side, my side, I'm actually trying to get a lot of artists all over the world, and the most recent ones are going to be the ones in Jamaica that's joining YUME. So I think it's only two of us that are traveling the world right now and looking for artists. So we're constantly traveling and doing that.
So when you look for artists, what are you looking for? Anything in particular?
Not really. It's more of like an X factor.
May buntag ni mo diya, DJ's Monkey Anyon Cuerpo from Davao. Daghang salamat sa inyong pagpamilya ng Davao. Daghan po kayo ng mga manindot ng mga artists diya sa Davao. Diba? Have you been to Davao? Have you?
Not yet, and
You
we
should-
don't have an artist actually from Davao
you
yet.
should
Zero.
consider.
Yeah.
Hey, DJ Mongsky. Oh, maybe you can submit the song from Davao, or maybe perhaps you can record and use their studio so you can have a song representing your place, that is Davao. So yes, ladies and gentlemen, we have two of the founders of YUME Music Platform, Jason and Johan, live in the studios of 105.1 TMC. They're here because we can still catch them. They're still not unreachable yet, but very soon, once they become as big as iTunes and as Spotify, or even bigger, well, we're hoping that we can still catch you guys, right? I hope that you'll still be able to talk to us here at 105.1 TMC.
Well, our foot will always be grounded. Both our feet will always be in the
Always.
ground. Always. That's one thing that we had established even back in 2023.
Okay.
That none of this, if there was success, a big success in our horizon, that he will still be Johan and I will still be Jason.
That's glad to hear. So, where are you guys most excited to go in terms of searching for music? You mentioned Jamaica, right? Like that's reggae, right?
Yes.
The birthplace of Bob Marley,
Marley.
right?
Bob Marley.
So, aside from Jamaica, where else are you guys going to look for music?
I was in when was it? April. I was in Denmark. No, May. It was
Denmark.
May.
Denmark.
Yeah. Interesting artists there too. Thinking of signing two of the artists that I met there. So Spain, I think, is next key country that we want to penetrate.
What do you think is the most exciting new genre that is going to emerge? Like, what do you?
AI. Just kidding.
No, for the Philippines, P-pop is really gaining traction.
Really now? You
Yeah.
think so?
I mean, I think it already arrived. Slang word. P-pop already arrived in the Philippines. So, and we actually have 3 P-pop artists that have submitted their songs. We already met with their handlers and managers. So it's just a matter of time when we have their song in our platform.
What artist is this again? What P-pop
we-
artist do you
Can
have?
we mention it now? I mean, they're underground, so
I think I can mention if we get in trouble, then we get in trouble.
Then we
get in
So
trouble, right?
It's
So-
Bellamore, Vlast, and Astor in Manila.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Billamore. I think we have a song from Billamore. It's all female girl
Yes.
group, right?
that's them.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. I think they've got potential. So they already recorded
They have one song. I think I'm working on a few more songs.
Tarana. Is that the one?
Yeah, Tarana, yeah.
We're playing that here. So
Yeah.
you can also listen to that on their platform, right?
Very, very soon.
Soon.
And very soon, P-pop, according to Jason and Johan here, is the next big thing. So once again, you guys download the app now and know more about what's happening with the world of YUME. And speaking of Billamore, let's play a song from them, right?
Why not?
Here it is now. Let's go and download the app now. Ta-da-da! Thank you, Johan.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jason.
Thank you, sir.
You're listening to 105.1 TMC, the most Cebu